The most important thing about that is that they only lost once, and that was against Clarendon College, who only lost their first game last week to be knocked out of the Champions Cup. But regardless, they've been pretty good up until this point throughout the season. Unfortunate to miss out on a spot in the semi-finals of the Costa Cup, but they're still here to play for their trophy, to defend their trophy.
Yeah, and looking at that 4-0 win over a Rossi's team that were really talented. Yeah. So Edwin Allen coming into this one really on form.
Well, if you look at Glenmuir, they won 3 out of the 4 matches that they played, losing to Edwin Allen. We'll see somewhat of a rematch today in this Ben Francis final.
But like I always say, don't read too much into those ones, because it's always different on a final. Both teams wanting to win. Of course, last season in the Costa Cup final, we saw a blowout between Garvin Maceo and Manning School, but that's a rare occasion.
Yeah, but you look at those last 4 matches, Glenmuir haven't conceded 1 goal in any of those games. So coming in there very stout defensively. Here we see the head-to-head between these 2 teams, and Edwin Allen getting the better of Glenmuir on the last 2 occasions. I don't know how much that would bear on the minds of these players, but probably the coach said they are ready. So it definitely will be interesting to see how they play today.
We spoke about something yesterday about 3rd time's a charm. Will it be for Edwin Allen or Glenmuir?
Well, it wasn't for stats, so we'll see what happens here today. But I do think it's going to be a little bit difficult for Glenmuir on that premise, but Edwin Allen, they're a team that come to play.
Well, here we have the Edwin Allen School facts. They were founded in 1964, 58 years of existence, wearing the colors light blue and white. A population of 2,356 students, 1 Ben Francis title, and this big school's motto is "Let us be an outstanding example," and surely they'll want to be an example today. Kimani, you had a chance to talk to their coach. Let's hear what he had to say.
Coach Burton, it's the big day as you and your boys look to win your 2nd consecutive title. What are the emotions like for you as the head coach and the emotions of your boys?
I mean, you know, the excitement comes with it, you know. You know, you just have to know how to control the excitement and don't be overexcited. You know, the key is to, you know, stay mentally focused as a coach to ensure that you can keep the players mentally focused too. Because, you know, it's never easy to reach a finals, and the final is never going to be easy to play either. So the mental part is always important right now.
You would have won your last meeting against Glenmuir in the Da Costa Cup. What have you learned from that encounter and look to employ today against them?
Well, you know, it's always a good challenge to play against Glenmuir. You know, a very tactical team, you know, well coached as well. You know, we endorse whatever they'll bring come, right? And you know, our thing is to just contain them as best as possible, and when we get the opportunity, we execute as best as possible.
Well, here we have the player to watch, sponsored by Water. This young man's name is Clayton Peck, wears number 10 in his back. He's 18 years of age, 2nd season of the Costa Cup. In this Ben Francis final as a midfielder, 14 appearances and 7 goals, hoping to see if he can score another goal today.
Yeah, definitely, and he was one of the standout players for this Edwin Allen team in their last match, scoring that lovely free kick and providing a goal.
Well, we can't talk about Edwin Allen and not talk about Glenmuir High. They were founded in 1958, 64 years of existence, wearing the colors red and white. A population of 1,700 students, 6 Ben Francis Cups, and hoping to make this the 7th. Their motto, burning with the zeal for truth. Gerard, you had a chance to talk to their coach. What are his plans for today?
Let's find out. Quick turnaround between your semi-final and your final. How ready for this match are you?
Well, we're ready. We're ready to play. Obviously not much you could do physically in between the semi-finals and finals, but at least you could review tactically or even through videos, especially through videos, what exactly we need to do today to become champions.
Yeah, well, you're playing against Edwin Allen High, Clarendon neighbor. How much of volumes does this speak for football in Clarendon, particularly in the high school level?
Well, it's good. Both finals today, Ben Francis and the Costa Cups, are contested by Clarendon schools. That's very good for the parish itself and the players and even the spectators who are from the parish. So, but for us, we're only focusing on what we have to do. Yes, it's good that the parish has 4 teams in 2 finals, but Glenmuir is only focused on what we want from this.
It has been a few years since Glenmuir won their last title. How important is it that you get yourself back into winning ways and lift some silverware again?
Well, it's important. It's a big step, and also a step for the future as well. To put some confidence or instill some confidence in our team and in our school that we can go on to repeat as champions or even deliver other trophies. So this is a big game for us and we're taking it as such.
Well, here we have the player to watch, sponsored by Digicel. His name is Oren Watson. Young man, 16 years of age. This is his 2nd season. He wears number 9 in his back. He's a forward for this Glenmuir team. 17 appearances and 16 goals, hoping to score some more for his team in this Ben Francis Cup final.
Yeah, and what stands out about him is how blistering he is on the counter. He's gifted with pace and he's quite physical, so he's not bullied by defenders.
Yeah, well, you know, I like to ask you before I toss to the break, what your final thoughts are? Who is going to win this match?
I'm leaning a little bit towards Glenmuir.
I told you it's penalty season. I'm predicting a penalty shootout for Glenmuir High.
Alright, so I'm not going to pick because it's so close so close, but I am leaning towards Glenmuir as well. But let's just let the viewers know that this is not a bias, but rather an analysis and educated selection.
Yeah. We trust you, Gerard.
Yeah.
Well, after this break, our commentary team of Dean Smith and Leger Williams will be taking you through 90 minutes of Ben Francis Cup action.
Watch your grape escape. Water. Why wait? Hydrate. Add flavor with a touch of grape. Give it a taste. Water. And when you go up on a base, get your water quick now.
It's new.
Yeah, grape. Service, give me a grape.
Water.
We're thirsty. Matter of fact, give me a lace. Matter of fact, no time for waste. Give me a case. Grape water for fill up a lake. Ready my shake for the grape. Get the brand new, great tasting, refreshing grape water from Water. Great for the whole family. Watch your grape escape. Water.
Digicel Prime Broader Bundles give you more data, share memories, and it's the season of giving. Enjoy enough pickings this Christmas with a chance to pick and win your share of over 16 million in cash and prizes. Plus, get 25% off a 7 or 28-day Prime Broader Bundle in the My Digicel app today. Enter to pick and win with Digicel this Christmas.
Connex Services Limited has been providing optimum support in the telecommunication and networking industry since its inception in 2003. At Connex, we have a staff complement of over 300 employees, providing employment opportunities in 5 different Caribbean countries. We provide 24 hours technical support in solar engineering, network engineering, and equipment rental. Our team of highly trained engineers are focused on building the future for you and your family.
This broadcast is brought to you by Digicel, better together. KFC, it's finger licking good. True Shake, shake and go with True Shake. Water, land of good and water. And Connex.
Welcome to Santa Cruz in St. Elizabeth. St. Elizabeth Technical High School, the sports complex, the venue for what is expected to be another great matchup in schoolboy football for 2022. It's the Ben Francis Cup final, Edwin Allen versus Glenmuir High. Yeah, it's on your home of champions. Yeah, that's the title that they're going for, the cup. The Ben Francis Cup. And these players have one thing on their mind. It is another great moment in our shared sporting memory. Perhaps this one a bit more significant. Two parish rivals renew their rivalry, going for the symbol of rural knockout football, the Ben Francis Cup. This cup named in honor of Colonel S. Ben Francis, commandant of the Jamaica Combined Cadet Force in his day and the former principal of Veer Technical. And this game is expected to be one of fine margins where military precision might well be needed. The referees take the match ball and they'll be joined soon on the field of play by these men, 22 of them who now enter a crucible. Even in all the heat of Santa Cruz, that heat might pale in comparison to the significance of this moment. Their elements will be tested through the Bunsen burner of 90 minutes, and perhaps, if penalty season is a thing, kicks from the penalty mark. They have met before in this season, Edwin Allen dumping Glenmuir from the DaCosta Cup. And there is a sweet taste of victory, and Glenmuir must be seeking that. That's the flag there for Edwin Allen. The dignitaries will do their part in adding to the ceremony and the pomp and the pageantry of this meeting. Edwin Allen's captain there, leading the greeting party. That's Mike Ricketts, president of the Jamaica Football Federation. Behind him is Keith Wellington, president of ISSA and principal here at St. Elizabeth Technical. Jerome Larman there from SportsMax. Just before him, Andre Rope of KFC. Yeah, all sponsors who make this very, very possible. This is going to be a great encounter. Dean Smith, your commentator, alongside me, LeJay Williams, and will be guiding you through the affairs as they now greet the Glenmuir High School team, and their captain Zachary Messam does the greeting with the Mike Ricketts.
Dean, I'm expecting a very, very good game here today. As you mentioned, these two teams met already in the DaCosta Cup. It was Edwin Allen who got the better of Glenmuir on that day, and that result led to Edwin Allen advancing and Glenmuir being knocked out. So there will be revenge on the minds of Glenmuir players and coaching staff and fans. But for Edwin Allen, they'll feel confident coming into this game knowing that they have the better of this Glenmuir team.
Yeah, great moment this for Edwin Allen. Up until last year, they had never won a title at the under-19 level in schoolboy football in Jamaica. And this year they have the opportunity, this season rather, because that final was contested earlier this year in that tumultuous season caused by COVID-19, yeah. But yeah, they have the opportunity to add to that tally, and that's a powerful moment for them. So there will be a minute of silence in honor of George Forbes, former competitions director for ISSA, and that's the organizing body that rules over schoolboy football and all secondary school sports in Jamaica. Yeah, the minute of silence is up, and it's time to get ready for the action. And what a moment we're expecting to have. The sun coming back out, LeJay Williams. Still a bit of cloud coverage here and there about, but not as hot as sometimes we've been accustomed to in Santa Cruz.
Yeah, the heat isn't blazing. We're seeing some rain clouds over in the mountains close to us. Hopefully that doesn't come and affect us too much here today in either of the games playing. But for now, it's clear skies. It's relatively cool conditions, as you mentioned, in comparison to what we usually get, of course. So we're expecting a good game of football to be played in some pretty decent weather conditions.
Here the referees, Akita Nicholson, the man with the whistle, Melvin Reed, Jay Duhaney, his two assistants, and fourth official, Alexi Perry. They have the handle on this Ben Francis Cup final. They await the teams who take their picture now. Edwin Allen, you see them, and let's have a quick look at their lineup. In goal, Lamar Williamson, Kimola Ferran, Javon Thompson, Alwyn Bryan, Javane Dyke, TJ Thomas, Clayton Peck, TJ Bailey, Javon McClellan, Patrick Harrison, and Bjorn McLean. They're coached by Tafari Burton.
Look out for Edwin Allen to play a 4-2-3-1 formation, and especially look out for their central attacking midfielder Clayton Peck. 7 goals and 4 assists this season so far. He'll be looking to pull the strings, but he isn't shy of taking a shot on and scoring goals himself.
Defending champions with the opportunity to defend their title. Yeah, that is something very special for them, as we see the team of officials again. Just waiting on both captains to get through their pitches, their team pitches, and for the toss and all of that. So Zachary Messam already there, reporting for duty. Javon Thompson comes forward for Edwin Allen now. And yeah, warm embrace.
Work with the whistle, work with the team officials, them okay? And then Jaron himself, let the team for the winner. Alright, so we have blue, we have green, right here. Gone. On this side.
So, simple instructions. Allow the whistle to dictate the play. Enjoy yourselves. Here's a quick look at the lineup for Glenmuir High School. Antoine Gooden in goal, Brandon Wallace, the captain, Zachary Messam, Jason White, DeAndre Johnson, Orain Watson, Kyle Gordon, David Reed, Mumoni Blackwood, Daniel Headley, and Kimion Wright. They're coached by Andrew Peart.
Glenmuir will be lining up in a 4-3-3 formation. Expect the wing play to be very dynamic from this Glenmuir team. They'll be looking to attack down those wings, but also pay attention to their attacking midfielders who like to burst into the box late.
Yeah, they have so much quality in scoring going forward. David Reed, 11 goals. Orain Watson, 16 goals. Yeah, that's a firepower attacking lineup. Edwin Allen too, they have their own firepower. DJ Thomas, Clayton Peck, Kimola Ferran have all done well in the goal scoring compartment. Yeah, a lot of music. The vibe is being set. Glenmuir in red, just in case you're wondering. Edwin Allen in a light blue. Perhaps more known for their prowess in female athletics. Many times winners of girls' championships. But now they have definitely developed their reputation, as has Clarendon maintained their reputation of schoolboy football prowess. All finalists today from the parish of Clarendon. Had a quick chat with Mike Ricketts, who was former president of the Clarendon FA, now the president of JFF, and he said, yeah, all the work that has been done before, very instrumental in bringing us. Game is on. Edwin Allen, Glenmuir. Let's see who can have the better of play. Glenmuir forced to do some defensive work very early. Edwin Allen, though, they're trying to ensure they keep pressure on them. Throwing for Glenmuir will be taken on the left side. They play from left to right on your screen. Edwin Allen, of course, the opposite direction. Gooden there spreads it out wide to Brandon Wallace, the right back. Edwin Allen able to mop up that one effectively. Antoine Gooden rather confident but his ability, his ball handling skills, but that played out. Messam and Wallace weren't working as synergistic as I'm sure they would have hoped. That's the coach of Edwin Allen, Jafari Burton. Led them to the title earlier this year for the last season. He returns again with a lot of confidence.
Edwin Allen, I'm sure will be very confident, as you mentioned, seeing that they won last season. Also seeing that they have had a relatively good season. Unfortunate to miss out on the semi-finals, really was on goal difference. So they're looking to build upon their title from last season and try and see if they can secure the second title in their school's history.
Here they come forward now, getting in close behind the, and that's a shot. It wasn't very far away. That was the target man, Clayton Peck, there with his cultured left foot, going wide of the target. The intentions are certainly known very early.
Edwin Allen do like to pass it around, but when they get the opportunity, they will spring attacks really quickly. That's what they try to do, and it's no different to start the game so far. Glenmuir haven't started as crisply as they like to. They are a team that do like to be very patient in possession and pass the ball around and try to create opportunities in that way.
Forced to defend here, Glenmuir, they managed to get it out, trying to get Orin Watson in the play, but Edwin Allen able to cover that one effectively. Kyle Gordon there putting them under some amount of pressure. Javon Thompson puts it upfield, trying to bring Peck. Peck gets by one. Can he bring the cross? Sends it across. On the end was TJ Thomas. He couldn't fire straight to the goal. It's a goal kick, but Edwin Allen, they've definitely had the better of the attacking option so far.
Yeah, the defending champions have started the game really brightly, looking to attack Glenmuir from the off. And that was a relatively good chance. Coach Andrew Peart there for Glenmuir High would want his team to settle into this game quickly. He must know how dangerous Edwin Allen are.
Yeah. They have so many good players in attack. Glenmuir. On the wings, they play so briskly. It's a corner kick for them. Kyle Gordon takes it short. Gets it back on the D. He's waiting for the call there. Instead, it went the other way. Akita Nicholson has to give him a quick word, recognizing that he was really trying to sell a dream there.
Yeah, that's a very interesting call. Usually when those aren't given, the referee would be inclined to say it's a dive, which would be a yellow card, but I'm assuming the referee doesn't want to give out those cards so early in the contest, trying to keep the affair as, you know, calm as possible, not trying to ruin the contest in any way by sending off any players. So I'm sure all parties involved want an enjoyable final.
I certainly do. It's another throw-in for Glenmuir. They take it quickly through Blackwood. Edwin Allen only able to clear, give another throw-in. Blackwood on hand to take it for Glenmuir again. Blackwood plays it all the way back. Comes to Messam now. Has Wallace for company. Puts it upfield for Kyle Gordon. He's trying to bring David Reed there in the play, but that was cut out. Here's TJ Thomas. Spreads it across. McClellan. Still Edwin Allen. The ability to cross. They send it across now, but cut out expertly by Jason White. but it's still with Edwin Allen in the Glenmuir half. Alwyn Bryan trying to get around the defenders. He does so very well. Sends across. Oh, that was very interesting. Tech trying to get on the end of that, but Glenmuir through Watson trying to clear now. Under pressure is Watson. Glenmuir just comfortable on the ball, passing it around in their own half.
Yeah, they're trying to build up some momentum, but Edwin Allen, as you can see, are...
Here's Thomas. Well, that was very close. That was very dangerous there. The clearance not very well, but they're able to break now. Glenmuir.
Yeah, as I was saying, Edwin Allen are not trying to let Glenmuir have that time on the ball, and that was an example of it there. They're being very suffocating, one might say, in their press so far. Trying not to allow Glenmuir, a team who likes to have the ball, trying not to allow them to have too much time on it. They're pressing in a front two with Clayton Peck in behind. Interesting tactical setup by Tafari Burton for this Edwin Allen team.
Throw taken quickly for Glenmuir. Wallace has it now. Right to an Edwin Allen play, but they are able now to press the issue. Alwyn Bryan has great skill, but unable to get by Messon, the captain. Out of your shot, Tafari Burton asking him, what is he doing? Here's Blackwood for Glenmuir. Trying to bring Reed and Watson in the play.
Blackwood is going to be a very important player for Glenmuir today. He plays a very specific role in Andrew Peart's system. He's a left back, but he's an inverted left back. He plays very centrally despite being a left back. In defense, he will revert to his natural position, but his role in possession is to invert and play in central areas, to overload such central areas and then create isolations for the wingers of Glenmuir to do what they do best, and that's attack the fullback.
Gordon trying to play through Reed. That was a fumble there. And to the rescue of the Edwin Allen custodian, Lamar Williamson. Akita Nicholson blows the whistle, saying that there was some infraction there. Kimian Wright running into the custodian for Edwin Allen. They take the kick quickly. Messam on the ball. Tries to spread it to Reed, but that was cut out. Edwin Allen, they definitely don't waste any time on their spot kicks. Try to take them as quickly as possible. Nicholson had to call that one back, referee Akita Nicholson. They do so now. Thompson trying to bring Thomas into play, but Wallace read that well, conceding a throw-in. Javane Dyke to take the throw-in for Edwin Allen. Thomas. Getting the corner kick for Edwin Allen.
It's going to be their first of the afternoon. Set pieces are often a very good way for teams to break deadlocks or create opportunities in finals because of how cagey they tend to be. Let's see how Clayton Peck can deliver for Edwin Allen here. They have started brightly, Edwin Allen.
Here's a corner kick. Peck Sends it deep. Header back on, but able to clear. Something acrobatic tried. It's Johnson. Cleared by Glenmuir now with Kyle Gordon. Trying to play through David Reed. Has great speed to burn. Able to get that from Thompson. It's Reed. Plays back Gordon. Gordon tries to bring it across. Not much outlets there for him. But Edwin Allen now able to counter. Thomas. Yeah, the intention perhaps a bit better than the final delivery, but still they have it. It's Brian. Yeah, going wide. But his intention certainly for goal.
Tafari Burton employing a really brave system. I mentioned that they're trying to press in a two-man striker system to match up in between the spaces of the three that Glenmuir tend to leave back when attacking. That's always going to cause Glenmuir problems because of the numerical or lack of outright numerical superiority that they may or may not have. So it is a very brave system. It is a good system so far, seeing that the pressure is telling, but Glenmuir on the ball now.
Here's White trying to bring Kyle Gordon in the play, read well by Javan Dyke.
But with every brave system comes its flaws. When that first line or two lines of press are broken and Glenmuir play out of it, they will then have their own numerical superiority to move forward. That's what they're trying to exploit in the attack.
Wallace to Gordon. Gordon finds White. Trying to get space. Has to go back to Gordon. Brings the captain Messon back into the play. Headley. Edwin Allen now able to clear. That one intercepted. Gordon on the end of this one. Can he deliver a delightful cross? He does on the back end of that. Oh, no one was able to latch onto it and bring it on target. Edwin Allen speared the blushes there. Glenmuir almost had a breakthrough there. DeAndre Johnson there. That was a beautiful pass from Orain Watson to Gordon. And yeah, all he had to do was tap it in, but didn't have the contact that he really needed.
Glenmuir almost the architects of their own demise. Edwin Allen rather.
Here's Gordon again. Gordon tries to bring that across again, but was thwarted. Here's White. That one cut out well. Thomas tries to find Brian. Brian sent to chase. Brian strips Headley of the ball. Brian going down on the flank. It's a goal kick, but referee Nicholson having a quick chat with Neil Headley. But yeah, enterprising stuff. Great to see action from end to end. Well, it's actually a corner kick. Thought it was a goal kick based on, from my vantage point. Here it comes. Oh, went through the hand of Antoine Gooden, but no one was at the back post able to bring it on target for Edwin Allen. They're loving that one. Peck again with the delivery.
It's almost as if both players at the back post got in each other's way. If either one of them had left it for each other, it might have been a much better opportunity for one of them, but that wasn't the case, and it's Edwin Allen back on the attack now.
Kimola Ferret tries to play through Thomas, but Messer very solid in defense for Glenmuir, the captain. able to cut that one. Headley now. He's trying to play that through to DeAndre Johnson, a 6-goal man himself, but it's cut out. But they get the opportunity now to reset. Does Glenmuir. Blackwood
operating in that central area.
Calm and easy for Messam to find Wallace. Tries to play through David Reed. Reed gets by the keeper. And David Reed is still down. A yellow card shown to Lamar Williamson. And it is a penalty season.
It was a good ball over the top by Brandon Wallace. Reed constantly threatening the last line of the Edwin Allen defense. And it was always going to be a foot race between the goalkeeper and Reed to see who would get there first. Reed won, the goalkeeper lost, and in addition to losing, he decided to foul David Reed as well. And that foul occurred in the box, and now it's a penalty for Glenmuir, and it's a good opportunity for them to get a foothold in this game, get a foothold in this final, and take the lead.
Confirmation of the yellow card to Lamar Williamson, the goalkeeper for Edwin Allen. Yeah, he knows he needed to have done that because David Reed was well on target to get that opener. But it's Orain Watson standing behind the spot kick for Glenmuir, the 16-goal man from 12 yards. Orain Watson. Can he open scoring for them in the Ben Francis Cup final here in Santa Cruz? Nikita Nicholson ensuring that there's no argy-bargy just outside the box. The whistle's blown. Watson opens the scoring. 17 goals to the man, Orain Watson. He has a roar like a lion, and Glenmuir take the lead in the 19th minute. And yeah, either way we know the title would go to Clarendon, but which color and which school? Color red. They stick out their head and they have the lead. Glenmuir High School in the 19th minute of play.
And it's been an end-to-end game so far. The first huge chance of the game now for Glenmuir. It was the penalty. You can see that Kyle Gordon, who had the utmost confidence in his number 9 to slot that one away, and slot that one away he did. Glenmuir getting the lead. Coolly taken penalty. Lamar Williamson really had no chance for that one once he had been wrong-footed. Glenmuir take the lead in this Ben Francis Cup final.
Well, slight drizzle, but here come Edwin Allen. They're trying to get on the end of this one through Thomas to Jay Thomas. Yeah, tried very well to get in behind Messam.
This is really some classic St. Elizabeth weather. Sunny conditions, bright, and then all of a sudden some swirling wind and rain accompanied with it. Not stopping the football action, however. Glenmuir on top, looking to solidify that position.
So Edwin Allen have to do some defensive work. With the captain Thompson punts it upfield. Messam now for Glenmuir, heads it to Antoine Gooden, and they reset. Headley trying to find right. To Jay Bailey there with him though. Gets it to Brian, who played it off Blackwood for a throw-in. 55% of the possession to Glenmuir, 45 to Edwin Allen.
That's not something that either team would not want or not be used to. Glenmuir used to having most of the ball. Edwin Allen, I'm sure their game plan by how they've set up, want to play more transitionally. So that game plan of either team not looking too bad right now in terms of the possession. But so far the important statistic is that Glenmuir are leading. Edwin Allen won't be disheartened by that, however.
They shouldn't, yeah. They've had some good opportunities themselves.
And in addition to that, as they concede the corner there, in addition to that, last season, you remember, they were behind in the Ben Francis Cup final as well, and then turned that result around to win it. So they're not a team that bow down in the face of adversity.
Corner kick taken short. Here's right. Drives it to the near post of Williamson. He was able to get a crucial block there. Wallace, he played it out, was trying to get Gordon in the play. But then Edwin Allen. Yeah.
Unorthodox save to say the least.
What that save does show is that he really didn't expect a shot, especially at that from place there. So good intention from right. Here's White. Spreads it forward, but unable to run onto that one was Kyle Gordon. It's a goal kick for Edwin Allen.
It's not only Edwin Allen who have done some tactical tweaks in the face of their opposition. Glenmuir have also done the same, with Kyle Gordon playing much wider than he usually does on that right hand side. You see him coming infield now, alternating with David Reed. It's usually David Reed the one holding the width, and Kyle Gordon coming inside more, making those runs in that right hand half space. But Coach Andrew Peart mentioned before the game that he saw some things tactically, not only from the game that he played against Edwin Allen and lost, but also in their semi-final game, which he would have watched live, that would have allowed him to make some decisions and adjustments to get the result today. Maybe that was one of them. Certainly seems that way.
Of course, Andrew Peart would have been the head coach of Jamaica College in 2018, making it to the semi-final, but would have been assistant to here is Glenmuir again. Watson was through, but good defensive work from Thompson. So they take the corner kick short again. Here's Wright. Tries to fire again. David Reed was trying to get on the end of that one. Yeah, they're using that technique. On the second occasion now. Shot from the left foot off Wright. David Reed only needed perhaps a part of his shorts to get on the end of that one.
It was close. And now since taking the lead, Glenmuir have been trying to pile on the pressure.
So, Glenmuir with Gordon. Wallace plays him in further. Gordon has pace, but his opposite number, Clayton Peck, able to dispel the danger. Plays it upfield, but Messa does the cleanup. Here's White in the middle of the park. Right, trying to play through Watson. Watson. Reed with a shot. Yeah, Lamar Williamson under pressure. Glenmuir, they're loving the action that they're putting on the field right now.
It was an instinctive punch away. He was straight at him in that instance, but it's still a save that had to be made because that was definitely nestling into the goal. And Edwin Allen need to get a grip on this game. Blackwood again, so comfortable in that central area. Is a central midfielder by trade. Played there in the under 16 and under 14 level. Has gone to this left back role, quote unquote.
Very inverted, isn't he?
Trying to allow Glenmuir to have those numerical superiorities and overloads all over the field. Here they have a 3v2 against the Edwin Allen front line.
Here's God trying to find David Reed. Clayton Peck. Yeah, and Glenmuir, they've certainly been able to dispossess Edwin Allen very quickly. And they're really piling on the pressure. Here they come again, Glenmuir. That ball was intended for Rain Watson, but it went straight to the arms of Lamar Williamson, who made no mistake. Played upfield with Thomas. You get the feeling that the Edwin Allen team, they're a bit rattled by that early goal. Hasn't been as confident in the last 5 minutes. Perhaps more than 5 minutes actually, as they were when they started the encounter.
It's always a bit difficult when conceding, and then after conceding, you're not having much of the ball. It's hard to then grow back into the game.
Here's Kyle Gordon. Gordon comes in on the left. Oh, he fired well. That was going directly to goal, but a crucial block. Played it out for a corner kick for Glenmuir. And they're loving the action. Just a bit over the halfway mark in the half. And look at this turn. Yeah. Kimolai Ferren with the crucial header. Not sure if that was intentional or what. Lamar Williamson happy. Here they take the short corner again. Gordon now to right. Plays it in, and the header was not on target from Rain Watson.
And it's chance after chance for Glenmuir now. Edwin Allen did try to mark up the short corner, but Kyle Gordon was clever in using the ball longer before giving it to right. And once he was crossed in, you would have bet some money on Rain Watson scoring that one. He couldn't double his tally for the afternoon, however. And it's Edwin Allen holding on at this point.
Yeah, the press of Glenmuir, the counter press really has been very efficient, very effective. Again, losing out possession in their own half, Edwin Allen. Glenmuir with a throw in now. When you see passes like that, it tells the tale of failed confidence. Here's Gordon again on the ball, so skillful. In and out. Yeah, Gordon still with the ball. Gordon with the left. Oh, just wide of the upright. He's loving it. He's making a meal of the defenders, Lejay Williams. And Williamson must be a scared man whenever he has the ball, Kyle Gordon.
Yes, because the defenders don't know which way he's going. He can't take defenders on the inside or on the outside. Was very honest and took a slight deflection, didn't it? Off of an Edwin Allen defender. But yeah, he can go inside, he can go outside on the right or the left foot. He's causing mayhem on that right wing at current. Edwin Allen not dealing with his threat very well so far, at least. Glenmuir are a school, of course, that has a lot of pedigree in this competition. They have won the second most Ben Francis Cups with 6. They've been winners in 1993, 1994, 1999. 2004, 2005 and 2009. So over what's that, a 16-year stretch, 6 titles. They haven't won since 2009, but they have the second most, only second to Stets. And how would they love to go level with Stets playing on their patch, on their turf?
Wallace tries to find Watson, flicks it for Reed. Reed! Yeah, he was actually fouled by Thompson there. A bit of grease on the surface, and the Edwin Allen players, they've not been able to deal with it, as well as the Glenmuir attacking players especially.
They really haven't.
But the action has been in one half for the last 10 minutes, LeJay Williams, and he must be a worried man.
He really must be. Tafari Burton. And this, if Glenmuir wins this title, they wouldn't be going level with Stets. They would be passing Stets with their 7th Ben Francis Cup. It's Cornwall College who has the most with 7, so they would be tied for the most ever in terms of titles. And it's free kick here.
They have a free kick in a dangerous position. Wright is there. Kimmy on right has a cultured left foot that troubles the keeper on 2 occasions. Johnston is there, but it's Wright who takes it. It's low. Got through behind or beneath the wall. But Lamar Williamson was able to handle it well. Plays it out.
Glenmuir still piling on the pressure. Edwin Allen can't get out of their half for the past 10-15 minutes or so. I'm sure their coach will be pleading for them to at the very least, hold out for half time with the scoreline the way it is. Of course, he'd want an equalizer, maybe even a goal for them to go into the lead, but how the play is panning out right now, I think he would just want the opportunity to speak to them, settle them down. They get a little bit of a reprieve here with a free kick. That's one. Let's see if they can get some position up the field more.
So the slight drizzle has left. Cool climate now.
Unpredictable weather.
Peck tries to play through for Thomas. Thomas, very skillful, able to get by Headley. Still Thomas tries to fire. Another shot! Wide of the target there. And Peck trying to bring Edwin Allen back in this contest. Did well to evade the danger there. Not very far off the target.
And that's the danger that Edwin Allen still poses when they get those balls into Glenmuir's defense or in and around Glenmuir's defense early. They still have the individual talent to pose serious threats to Glenmuir, and that shot was a warning sign if ever I've seen one.
Clayton Peck did have a spectacular free kick midweek. That was the 2nd goal for Edwin Allen in their matchup against Received in the semi-final. So he does know how to kick the ball, does Clayton Peck. 7 goals this season for him. 4 assists to go with that as well. Here's Brian. Jason White does well. Wallace now plays it forward, trying to bring Watson in the play. Edwin Allen again slipping slightly whenever they are in their defensive third. Kimilar Ferran there almost made a meal of that clearance. And the danger man, Orrin Watson, was right with him. But it's a throw-in again for Glenmuir. Midway the Edwin Allen half. Edwin Allen, they take the throw quickly. Brian does well to play through Thomas. John McLean there, fouling Javane Dyke. Glenmuir. Intended target, Reed, that's cut out. Comes to Alwyn Bryan. Still Bryan v. Wallace. Bryan. Still Bryan. He's trying to lay it off to Thomas. But now the shot is blocked. Still in the air. Played out to Bryan. But Wallace does well to clear it, and perhaps that came off the foot of Bryan. Should be a goal kick for Edwin Allen. Barking instructions is Andrew Peart.
Still not overly pleased with what he's seeing. Edwin Allen trying to grow back into this game over the past couple minutes. I'm sure he won't want anything of the sort from his team. He'll want them to exhibit the control which they showed for the goal and even the next 10 to 15 minutes after the goal was scored. That's the type of game he'll want for the rest of it, but it hasn't been that way past couple minutes or so.
McLean takes a throw quickly for Edwin Allen. But again, that's cut out, as has most of their plays have been cut out. Here's Bryan. Does well to get by Wallace, but Kyle Gordon was there to help him out. Dyke. Thompson puts it forward. Played out for a throw-in by Wallace, who understood that Bryan was waiting for that particular pass. Bryan to Thomas. Thomas trying to get by the captain, Messam, who does well and plays it out. Thompson. Bailey. Glenmuir now certainly a bit more comfortable on the ball is Glenmuir, able to maintain the tempo of their passing game with greater metronomic fluidity than Edwin Allen at the moment.
And you can see Coach Andrew Peart there livid, wanting more calm and more composure from his players in possession, especially around the back when building up. Trying to force it, trying to play long balls over the top, sometimes when it's not even on in his eyes at the very least.
Here's Bryan. Bryan tried to fire. Messam was there to block.
And was there to clean up as well. Yeah, Andrew Peart, you can see in there preaching calmness from his players. Only 5 minutes to go till halftime. He'll want to maintain that lead going into the half. Glenmuir have been the better team in this first half by and large.
Yeah.
Have created chances, but Edwin Allen still pose a threat, especially in transition and with the type of players that they have. Quick and direct, good ball strikers from range as well. So it's important for Glenmuir to not be lackadaisical in their approach for the rest of this game. With that being said, Glenmuir do have a very good defense over the course of this season. 16 games before this one, 11 clean sheets, only 6 goals conceded on the season. With 51 scored, 52 now.
Here's Reed.
Operating at over 3 goals a game.
Yeah, Brian definitely loves to have the ball at his feet.
But with that being said, Glenmuir have only conceded more than 1 goal once this season.
That was against Edwin Allen. Here's a shot. Well, blocked in the end. Kimian right there doing the defensive work for Glenmuir. Yeah, the sun, as you've always mentioned, the unpredictability of the weather out in all its glory. Here's Bailey. He's trying to find Brian, but that's cut out by Wallace. God now spreads it forward for Reed. Reed. Bailey tracking back. Reed gets on the inside. Flicks it back to Kyle Gordon. He has a lot of tricks in his bag. Gordon to White. Decides not to shoot. Spreads it back to Gordon. Gordon with the cross. And just on the back post there was Johnson, who couldn't bring it on target.
Beat out the right back for Edwin Allen, the player there at the back post, but as I mentioned, Johnson couldn't direct his late run and attempt on target. The ball was just a bit too much for him.
Gooden spreads it all the way out to Headley. Yeah, he'd be remorseful about that field control. Here's Edwin Allen trying to get the shot off. Looked to have been Patrick Harrison. Make that to Jay Thomas in the end. And they do defensive work now. Does Edwin Allen conceding a throw-in?
Glenmuir times booting the ball forward. At sometimes it's warranted because it can cause them to then occupy territory, in this instance quickly in that Edwin Allen defensive part of the field. Kyle Gordon.
Here they come again. Shot from Blackwood. Always going high, way over the goal. Lamar Williamson rather untested.
And he has been tested several times in this first half. He'll be happy to see that one sail over.
Yeah, there was a moment of immense pressure that he had to weather. It was really a storm. Can this be another moment? Here's Gordon. Flicks it over. Can it go in the back? No. Just wide. Yeah, he's such a skillful player, Kyle Gordon. Williamson would have been beaten, or he was beaten, but he just was unable to bring it on target, was Kyle Gordon. And of course, being on a yellow card, he really didn't barge in as aggressively as perhaps most other goalkeepers would have.
It was a good chance for Gordon. He would be disappointed, I'm sure, to not convert. It's a foul for Edwin Allen. A soft one, but one that they will be very happy to get at the end of this half. Yeah, Glenmuir racking up the chances in this first half.
In the first of 2 minutes added on for stoppages in this half. Peck behind it. Sends it forward. And it did come off his Edwin Allen teammate there. Could have been McClellan. But it's a goal kick for Glenmuir. In the second minute of time, added on for stoppages. Glenmuir definitely having so much time on the ball. Edwin Allen now able to clear, still under pressure. Kyle Gordon, a constant menace on the right hand side. Yeah, that's the whistle. Okita Nicholson has seen enough of the first half. Glenmuir in with the lead after 45 minutes. Must be a happy man, Andrew Peart, as both teams on field will leave in rank and file. It was a military man who this competition is named after, and that level of precision being shown as they march off the field. Edwin Allen trailing Glenmuir, and they still have a talk, but yeah, that's the score. One for Glenmuir, no goal yet for Edwin Allen if they are to get one. This is a half-time at Santa Cruz Ben Francis Cup final.
This broadcast is brought to you by Digicel, better together. KFC, it's finger licking good. True Shake, shake and go with True Shake. Water, land of good and water. And Connex.
It's been a long 2 years, but now it's finally time. Run Barbados is back with a new unique route. This year, we are coasting the east and taking you on a voyage through the scenic east coast of Barbados. Feel the ocean breeze as you run below the beautiful Casuarina trees and past some of Barbados's historic and natural landmarks. This is what the biggest marathon in the Caribbean has in store for you. This is Run Barbados. Visit www.runbarbados.org. See you there.
Digicel Prime Broadband bundles give you more data, share memories, and it's the season of giving. Enjoy enough pickings this Christmas with a chance to pick and win your share of over 16 million in cash and prizes. Plus, get 25% off a 7 or 28-day Prime Broadband bundle in the My Digicel app today. Enter to pick and win with Digicel this Christmas.
Welcome back to the St. Elizabeth Technical High School Sports Complex in Santa Cruz for the final of the ISSA Ben Francis Cup. And Glenmuir High School leading Edwin Allen a 0-0. After the first half. Here are the halftime highlights. Edwin Allen definitely started well, and they were able to press Glenmuir early in the game here. Alwyn Bryan running through, unable to get the shot off, and Clayton Peck, the man who they would have loved the ball to come to, it came to him, but he fired wide of the upright, but their intentions were known. But Glenmuir would get in the game. A great ball across, that from Kyle Gordon, and DeAndre Johnson was unable to bring it on target as he came on the end of it, and the blushes were speared. This is a corner kick for Edwin Allen, and yeah, Kimberly Ferren among others in a bungle at the back after Antoine Gooden was unable to get a hand on it. But Glenmuir, it was end-to-end action for them, and David Reed ran through on this one, got through behind the goalkeeper who had to foul him, and that was a penalty. Akita Nichols appointed the spot. Orain Watson, the 16-goal man, then became a 17-goal man now, converting from 12 yards. 1-0 for Glenmuir. Yeah, silencing the critics. This was a great strike from right, putting Williamson under pressure, and they would do it again. This time, send it across, and David Reed was unable to latch on the end of that one. Yeah, the pressure was on. Williamson was speared in these moments. Kyle Gordon darted forward, skipped one, beat it, and the head of Kimberly Ferren, the savior there. And that's how the half would end. Glenmuir still leading 1-0 over the defending champions, Edwin Allen. Here are the halftime match statistics. 6 shots, 1 on target for Edwin Allen, 11 shots, 5 on target for Glenmuir. A marauding performance in the final third for them. 11 fouls, 6 to Glenmuir. 1 yellow card to the custodian for Edwin Allen. 2 corners for Edwin Allen, 4 for Glenmuir. 3 saves made by Williamson, 1 by Gooden. 52% of the possession for Glenmuir, and 1-0. The statistic that matters most. Glenmuir leading after the half. Standing by for the water break from the fans. I wonder who has them in the stands.
And we see here that the Glenmuir fans are in full flight. It's very loud over here because they are leading the game. Yeah, and the drum is very loud. I can't even hear myself, but I need to speak to the fans. How are you feeling about the game so far? You're up 1-0, the Clarendon Derby. Do you think you can follow through and score more goals?
Of course, true love we say. Yeah. Execution style. Dun, 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 dun.
All right. I need you to tell me about the color red and what it means to the school and just the pride that comes with it.
Color red means something big to us. Forever, long, and still a go on. Tree love, pretty tree love we want.
Right, so you heard a 3-0. The band is here. I want to speak to you a bit because you have been playing ever since you've been here. What does it mean to really support the school in this way, seeing that you're the band boy?
First of all, I want to big up our number 3, Hansman. Hansman is an intelligent baller. So when I beat the jump, come on, he just cheer up the boys. And we're going to take it up, right?
Well, quickly, I have to get the principal. The principal of Glenmuir is actually here. Quickly, principal, can I have a word from you about the game so far and what it means to see your boys performing like this?
I'm absolutely proud of them. I think that they're playing with a lot of heart and guts. We believe in them and they are blazing the flagrant flame of excellence out there, and we're just excited.
Thank you. So, you heard it here from the fans. They're very excited. We'll be right back after the break.
Jamaica, our land of good and water. How far we've come. What a mighty little island we are. We begin everything we do. Music, culture, sports, food. And just like the sun and everything that shines beneath it, our future looking bright. The youths have big shoes to fill, and water with every sip will contribute to education. After all, it takes a village to raise a child. And together, we are what make Jamaica the land of good and water.
Digicel Prime Broader Bundles give you more data. Share memories. And it's the season of giving. Enjoy enough pickings this Christmas with a chance to pick and win your share of over 16 million in cash and prizes. Plus, get 25% off a 7 or 28-day Prime Broader Bundle in the My Digicel app today. Enter to pick and win with Digicel this Christmas.
Why sign to KFC?
Because it's a big deal and it's so good that they can feed me off the wing.
Yes. How did you know the big deal was right for you?
The striker that I am, who doesn't love a hat-trick?
What about the season?
The season is great. I think we have the best 11 to do big things.
Score your own 3 pieces of delicious chicken, fries, and a drink with a big deal today. KFC, we still are doing it big.
On the go, grab your fave True Shake, packed with 9 grams protein, 30% calcium required per day, 24 key vitamins and minerals, 3 great flavors, vanilla, peanut, and butter pecan.
Try a True Shake. It's really good.
Quick and convenient meal replacement. Shake and go with True Shake.
What does freedom look like? It's being on the open road, exploring alone or with each other. Go anywhere and everywhere. Discover new paths or rediscover old ones. Why wait? Hit the road. Be free-spirited again. Book with Island Car Rentals. Enjoy the thrill that freedom brings.
Watch your grape escape. Water. By weight, hydrated flavor with a touch of grape. Give it a taste. Water. And when you go up on a base, get your water quick now.
It's new.
Yeah, grape. Service, give me a grape. Water. We're thirsty. Matter of fact, give me a late. Matter of fact, no time for waste. Give me a case. Grape water for fill up a lake. Ready my shake for the grape. Get the brand new, great tasting, refreshing grape water from Water. Great for the whole family. Grape escape. Water.
Connex Services is here to solve the connectivity problems of the modern world. Our services are broad-based, solar installation, structured networking, smart building solutions, 24-hour IT technical support services, and more. But they all come with the same promise of quality and professionalism. Contact us today.
On the go, grab your fave True Shake, packed with 9 grams protein, 30% calcium required per day, 24 key vitamins and minerals, 3 great flavors, vanilla, peanut, and butter pecan.
Try a True Shake. It's really good.
Quick and convenient meal replacement. Shake and go with True Shake.
You're never far from home when you're watching Scene TV. We bring the Caribbean to you. And now it's even easier to stay up to date on all things Caribbean when you subscribe to our YouTube channel. The latest action in sports, the biggest news stories in the region, and all the excitement in the world of entertainment. So join our community today. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and click the notification bell to stay informed. Scene TV, your preferred eye to the Caribbean. Schoolboy football fans, it's your time to win some prizes this season. Each week, we will select one fan goal. All you have to do is capture and record a goal from any non-televised match. Include the matchup, goal scorer, location of the match, and the time of the goal scored. And you could win some cool prizes. Submit your videos to digital media at sportsmax.tv, as well as any SportsMax social media page of choice that you're following. This is your chance to win.
The cricket excitement is back. Lanka Premier League 2022. Win together.
Schoolboy football fans, it's your time to win some prizes this season. Each week, we will select one fan goal. All you have to do is capture and record a goal from any non-televised match. Include the matchup, goal scorer, location of the match, and the time of the goal scored. And you could win some cool prizes. Submit your videos to digital media at sportsmax.tv, as well as any SportsMax social media.
This broadcast is brought to you by Digicel, better together. KFC, it's finger licking good. True Shake, shake and go with True Shake. Water, land of good and water. And Connex.
Leading, Dean Smith on commentary with me, LeJay Williams. And Edwin Allen forced to do some more defensive work early in the second half. Confirmation of the substitution made at halftime. Javon McClellan coming off. And on Darren Lee Johnson. So, LeJay Williams, I'm not sure if you were in the locker rooms, but what was in the halftime speeches?
For Edwin Allen, it's sustaining pressure, trying to be as aggressive as possible with and without the ball to try and create opportunities. And in the case of Glenmuir, to try and have more composure and control over the ball. They know that Edwin Allen is going to come out. They're the team that has to chase it. And
here's David Reed getting in the box. David Reed plays it to Watson. Watson! Oh, that was a weak effort in the end. And Edwin Allen has been speared. The blushes, they're able to clear, but only just the... Well, it's a kick to Kyle Gordon, who was fouled. Looks to be by Javane Dyke. But it was a brilliant run by Reed. And yeah, the final touch, that from Watson, really let him down. Perhaps should have fired one time. Miscontrol.
I was saying that Glenmuir's coach Andrew Peart must have been preaching composure and control in that halftime team talk. I think Orain Watson took that a tad bit too literally. As he had the control, he had the composure, but the finish was just lacking in the end when maybe he should have taken that shot much quicker. But nonetheless, here's Kyle Gordon standing over a set piece.
Gordon steps up, sends it across. Went all through all the players. Messam there, barging in. Committed an infraction. Ball played up by Edwin Allen now. Substitute Johnson trying to get in on the action early. Throw taken quickly. Watson intercepted that, foiled the pass.
Seems as if there was a offside call earlier in the move. But additionally, in the case of Edwin Allen's team talk by Tafari Burton, he would have been preaching that this game is far from over. In the first half, I mentioned that Edwin Allen, in the final of the Ben Francis Cup in this same year, at this same venue, last season, were behind 1-0 at halftime, came back to win that Ben Francis Cup final 3-2.
Blackwood trying to play through right. Kimian right. Sends it across. All the way across! And it's in the back of the net. David Reed on the end of that one. And Glenmuir, they are running into another championship, it seems. Color red, Payne Santa Cruz.
I was mentioning that they came back to win that final. Edwin Allen 3-2. They need all 3 of those goals now, as Glenmuir is now taking a 2-goal lead. It was good play down the left initially. Blackwood in those central areas again with the through pass, and it was a good cross. It was a very good cross by Wright, and Reed was there to meet it for his 12th goal of the season. And once he met it, he made no mistake with the finish, right into the corner of the net. And now it's Edwin Allen seeing red, but that red in this case stands for danger, as they're in danger of losing their crown as Ben Francis Cup champions. And Glenmuir has taken a very commanding lead.
Yeah, David Reed had a brace in the semi-finals against York Castle. Already he's gone 12 goals for the season for David Reed.
Big match player.
Yeah. First television match that we had, he actually was the man of the match. Was so dangerous on the left flank for Glenmuir. Now a bit more central he's playing, but the danger is still there. David Reed.
Edwin Allen, that's the last thing they would have wanted to happen in this second half, in the early stages of the second half.
It's Blackwood inverting as he normally does. Sends it out wide to Gordon. Gordon plays through Reed. Can he deliver a beautiful cross? He does. Met by Johnson, but Johnson fired just wide of the upright. Oh, they're loving the intention. They're loving the movement of the Glenmuir team. This was a beautiful ball. Yeah, he really should have brought that on target.
And that just highlights again the importance of Blackwood inverting. You see him there in central areas, no one picking him up, no one going with him, floating with him into those central areas, so he has time and space to pick any pass he wants. Pick the pass to the right hand side, and when he eventually did so, the cross was swung in. But unfortunately for Glenmuir, DeAndre Johnson couldn't direct his header goalwards and make it 3-0 for them. But it's more danger signs for Glenmuir. They're piling on the pressure as they did after scoring in the first half. Edwin Allen need to get a grip and get a hold in this game to see if they can get back into it. For their sake, at least, Glenmuir would hate that.
Brian is trying to switch the play, but it came to Bailey. Playing it forward, but easily handled by the custodian. Gooden for Glenmuir.
And he'll take his time. He knows that time is on his side.
All the time in the world.
Especially with a 2-0 lead. He won't be hurried up for the rest of this half, I'd assume.
Wallace tries to play forward. Reed still hustling there, trying to dispossess Kimola Ferran. Edwin Allen do get to clear. Thomas was the intended target there, but that was cut out. Bryant. Great tackle that from Kyle Gordon, doing some of the defensive work. Patrick Harrison there, the man whom he took the ball away from. Edwin Allen now. They have numbers forward. Good defensive work from the captain, Messam, blocking the danger. And now they get to clear through Johnson. Easily handled in the end. Now it's with Bailey.
But that exemplifies something that Edwin Allen has been doing. My apologies, Glenmuir have been doing very well so far in this game, and that's winning their duels. Tactics are nice. Tactics do and can win your games. As we're seeing Clayton Peck needing some attention, possibly, he will. But tactics do and can win your games. But the most important thing that you will always hear a coach stress is the importance of winning your duels. That is the first and most important thing in football, and that's something that Glenmuir has done very well throughout this game. Whenever they're faced with any one-on-one duel, wherever it is on the pitch, they have come out on top more often than not, and that has allowed them to assert their dominance throughout this game.
Quick shot that just a while ago of Tafari Burton. As he's a point man, Clayton Peck is down on the turf. Arm being treated.
Certainly in a lot of discomfort.
Yeah. Seemed to have fallen, landed badly on it. Nothing foul about the exact circumstances under which he would have succumbed to, receive that injury.
Coach Andrew Peart there, just in shot, coach of Glenmuir High. Relatively young manager, but has been around in some high-profile jobs. And this is a high-profile job, but in a different way. It's a rebuild job.
And yeah, they've done very well because they're in the final, the semi-final rather, the under-16 competition, Glenmuir. So the program that he has set up definitely bearing dividends. Of note, two Clarendon teams in the semi-finals of the under-16 rural competition as well, Garvey Masia and Glenmuir. So Garvey Masia, the defending champions in that particular competition, looking to get that crown. So it could very well again be an all-Clarendon final as it was last year, where Garvey Masia beat Clarendon College in the final for the rural area under-16 title. So it's not just the big boys doing it well.
And Glenmuir will be very proud of the fact that their under-16 team is doing this well, because it then shows them that there is talent coming through to continue this push that they are having this season.
Dyke there with a foul, getting a yellow card as you just saw on the screen. Glenmuir, they have a free kick. And the man with the most cultured left foot I've seen on the park this afternoon, Kimmy on the right, standing, lurking behind it. He takes a shot. Gordon, didn't have much coverage on that one, but still possession with Glenmuir, who have time on their side. They're in absolutely no rush to play it forward, but they concede a throw-in. And Edwin Allen, they must work well even with these opportunities.
Once they have some sort of territory in and around the Glenmuir box, they have to show some quality to try and get back into this game. Show some pride as well. They are defending champions. They are champions as things are right now. Going to be a free kick now for Edwin Allen. Alwyn Bryan with his 7 assists and 3 goals to swing it in, or at least he looks favored to swing it in. There was confirmation a while ago of Kimalar Ferran getting a A yellow card for Edwin Allen. He has 6 goals this season, so he will be a target for the set piece.
So Brian and Peck taking shot. Back to Brian. Brian tried to fire, but that went straight into.
And that's what I mentioned about winning duels.
Looks to be Watson it went into.
You see how quickly the Glenmuir player came out to thwart that quick free kick.
Yeah.
Gave him no room to get that shot off.
Beautiful ball played forward. Gordon couldn't get the pass as delightful as his initial ball, but still possession with Glenmuir. Still Gordon. Brian there. Now getting it for Edwin Allen.
Not for long.
Yeah. That's been the story of the half of the entire match so far. They haven't been able to hold on to the ball for any length of time. Certainly they don't look as technically gifted as a team as Glenmuir. Their touches haven't been as pinpoint as Glenmuir's. Even under pressure, Glenmuir, they've been very comfortable on the ball, able to receive it in different areas, and yeah, that's been the difference in part to the scoreline I'm seeing here.
And to even add on to that point, when you're not as quote-unquote technically gifted as a team, you then have to be the team to be the aggressors. You then have to be the team to want it more than the other team, being able to run more than the other team.
Absolutely.
And that just hasn't been the case for Edwin Allen so far today. It is a new group in comparison to the team that won the Ben Francis Cup last season. Coach Tafari Burton mentioned that over 75% of the team is new. So it's props to him for getting them back here in the first place with a new set of players. So it shows that his tactical nous is up to scratch, and it shows that his team, he's replaced his old players, the new players, they do have quality. But so far the quality hasn't been shown, or Glenmuir hasn't allowed it to be shown in this game.
Of note, Edwin Allen, one of the few teams to have held Clarendon College, having a draw with them in the first round. They were in the same group in the DaCosta Cup group stage, and he was most overjoyed at that result, making mention of the quality of Clarendon College and how many of those players actually led Chapelton Maroons to the Jamaica Premier League, qualifying from the JFF Tier 2 League. So he was really proud of those of the boys, as we see. Looks to be Wallace down.
And Edwin Allen, this reprisal for them, or just the building up of their own culture, their own football culture and program, it's been very impressive, just due to the fact that historically they've been in a group with Clarendon College, as you mentioned, and Lennon High, two teams that are seen as powerhouses not only in Clarendon football but in rural football as a whole, schoolboy football that is. So both of those teams in the same group as Edwin Allen, it's always going to be difficult for them to advance. But in these last 2 seasons, they've shown significant progress in that regard, and they've gone about their business diligently. They have been a good team. So far this season, 18 games. They've had 9 clean sheets, 32 goals scored, 13 conceded. So they have had a solid season. But when you compare that to a Glenmuir now, also from Clarendon, 16 games, they're 17th now, 11 clean sheets, 53 goals, only 6 conceded. That's one of the best defensive records in all of rural schoolboy football. And I mentioned the only time that they conceded more than once was to this Edwin Allen team. So it was really that was their only off day, so to speak, for the entire season. And that's what knocked them out. So that's the cruelty it can be of those one-off games. But even how they've approached this Ben Francis Cup so far, they've beaten Froome 4-0, they've beaten Paul Bogle 2-0, then beat York Castle 2-0. So they've scored 8 goals, 10 now in this 4-game run, conceded none so far. So they've been extremely impressive. They've been one of the most impressive teams in the rural competition. So Glenmuir will be looking to not only consolidate on that and win this trophy, their first trophy in 13 years, but they'll also be looking to consolidate for the years to come as well.
Yeah, certainly the first trophy in Ben Francis. Of course, they would have won the Costa Cup in 2012.
First knockout trophy, I beg your pardon.
Yeah. So, Edwin Allen, they're trying to build a rhythm, but always being broken up, their play. Right there being brought down. In a full shot of the referee who blows in its favor. Substitution being made to Mario Murray. Comes into the field of play in the 65th minute, replacing Brandon Wallace.
He's struggling there, but Brandon Wallace is a very important player for Glenmuir. He plays on that right back slot. And while Blackwood inverts, he's the one who then joins the back two to make a wide back three in order for Glenmuir to maintain their shape at all times. So it's very smart from Coach Andrew Pear to then introduce Demario Murray, who's nominally a central midfielder.
Here they come forward. David Reed. David Reed! Oh, he was unable to slip it past Williamston goal, but the pressure is not yet averted. Right, plays it through the garden. Back to right. He cuts in. And yeah, the referee Akita Nicholson will look to his pocket and flashes a yellow card for Kimian Wright.
If you can recall, in the first half, he was speaking to a Glenmuir player about simulation, decided not to book him on that occasion, but it seems as if he was at his wit's end in terms of the play acting, trying to buy a foul. But here's the original chance for David Reed. Just couldn't get full control over the ball on that occasion. But it's more warning signs for Edwin Allen. Whenever Glenmuir decide to flip that switch and play an incisive through pass, it usually leads to a dangerous opportunity for them. And that's very worrying for Edwin Allen.
That was Olympic level diving there from Kimian Wright. Really, really went all out for that one.
I don't think he would have gotten the goal for that one, however, clearly wasn't convincing enough.
Kimberly Ferran there being treated by the medical staff of Edwin Allen. They play out now from the back with McLean to the substitute Johnson. Again, the passing hasn't been accurate at all from Edwin Allen. Headley now tries to boot it forward. And they have so much space in the middle of the park as Glenmuir. They're trying a bit too much. White and Blackwood able to thwart that danger. Here's Blackwood now. Again, loads of space in the middle of the park for Glenmuir. David Reed there just calmly playing it back to his captain Messam. Puts it forward to him. And now delightful ball through again. Lorraine Watson wasn't able to get on the end of it.
And that space in the back line for Glenmuir, in the midfield, for Glenmuir will always be there because their attackers are the ones pushing the Edwin Allen line back. And then in addition to that, the attackers are trying to press the centre backs. So there will always be space in the middle, as we're seeing here for Blackwood, to pick up and play passes.
Here's Bailey for Edwin Allen. Tries to play through Thomas. Trying to lob it over the keeper who came forward. But that has summed up their performance so far, Edwin Allen's. And there is a sense of resignation in their appearance, in their countenance. Certainly not the confident bunch that we would have seen at the start of the match.
As I mentioned, it's always going to be difficult from the perspective of a team that they're not going to keep the ball as well as Glenmuir. That's not their game. So when you go behind to a team like that, it's more comfortable for Glenmuir to keep the ball and really pass it into contentment, really, and allow themselves to try and control the game. So at that point, you really have to then force mistakes from Edwin Allen, from Glenmuir, and that's the only way that you can in turn try and get back into the game. And Glenmuir have been impressive as they've limited their mistakes to very few across the 69 minutes we've seen so far. We have another substitution for Edwin Allen. It's going to be their number 13, their defensive midfielder Tajay Bailey, and coming on in place for him will be Jaquan Johnson, an attacker, so that's an attacking change.
Here's Glenmuir.
Speaking of attacking,
to be played out with urgency from the captain Thompson for Edwin Allen. They have a throwing through the substitute. Demario Murray takes it quickly. White back to Murray. Plays it back to the captain Messam. Johnson on the ball. Cut out by his opposite name Johnson. Substitute getting a touch of the ball, that Jaquan Johnson. So quite a few Johnsons on the part now. Diron Lee, the substitute. Jaquan also a substitute. Great skill that from Thomas, trying to play through. Looks to be Harrison, but that was cut out as well. Reed has dropped back significantly, has Reed. Murray plays it all the way back to now with his captain Blackwood. He's trying to play through Johnson, but that was cut out. Edwin Allen now with the opportunity. Thomas is in behind. Thomas! Great defensive work that from the captain Messam. And Thomas was a bit lethargic in firing or doing something goalward. And Messam had the time and space to clear.
It was Headley who couldn't deal with the ball. Initially, it actually led to an even better chance for Tajay Thomas. But again, it was Captain Messam who hasn't put a foot wrong all afternoon, thwarting the efforts of Edwin Allen. Real captain's performance from him so far, leading from the back, organizing. As we'll see the chance again, there he is intercepting. Couldn't prevent the corner, but he had thwarted the major danger that Edwin Allen was trying to pose.
Glenmuir again so comfortable, passing the ball in their own half. All the way back to Gooden. Was under some amount of pressure. Wasn't able to really string together a pass back to Headley, so that's a throw in for them.
Yeah, the pressure really told on that occasion for Antoine Gooden. Time is ticking along. Edwin Allen would want to get a goal quickly to make this game interesting.
Slides through that one. Here's Reed. Plays it back, recognizing the numerical disadvantage he was under. Absolutely, they know they're in pole position at the current moment. Bit of problems there, not able to clear as comfortably as he really should have. Gooden. A lot of trust being shown to give him another ball there, but he was able to boot that upfield. Edwin Allen now taking their own time. The press not as aggressive as it was in the first half, so they have a bit more time on the ball, Edwin Allen. But this is a ball through Gordon has right. He fires right. And the rebound was saved there. Edwin Allen in all sorts of dangers.
And there was a pivotal block in the end by McLean. The right back for Edwin Allen. It was a good save initially by Williamson, but that block is what prevented it from being 3-0.
Johnson there with the follow-up.
Another unorthodox save by Williamson.
When he tries them, it does work though. Can't hold that against him.
Glenmuir turning on the style, turning on the pressure. And Edwin Allen cannot manage the heat. Those fans in red, I'm sure will be very pleased with what they've seen.
Yeah, the venue has really, the numbers have really grown, as you'd expect. That's a shot of the field and to the yonder ground, the stands as well. Blackwood there trying some juggling. Few party stands behind the goal, as you see on the screen as well. Color red definitely could very well be the life of the party if the scoreline remains as is, 2-0 in their favor. Edwin Allen though, they have something to say about it. Jaquan Johnson there, unable to send the delivery through to the number 9, waiting to Jay Thomas. Another set of substitutions getting ready to be made from Glenmuir. They take the throw in quickly. Reed on the ball. Does well to find Watson, but Harrison now for Edwin Allen. Here's Reed. Messer. Murray the substitute. Darts forward does Murray. Timely intervention from Edwin Allen, but they don't have the numbers forward. They try to play through Thomas. Thomas, can he latch onto this one? Good defensive work again, mingled with the inability he had on that occasion to really bring it under his spell. Yeah, they were really sharp defensively. So substitution being made. John Cummins on for Kimmy on the right. Also coming on is Tavon Coleman, but it's a corner kick. Clayton Peck behind it for Edwin Allen. Here's the delivery. Over the top.
Yeah, not the best delivery there by Clayton Peck. Has really had a huge influence on this game so far, Peck. Showed a couple glimpses in the first half, especially early on, but since then, you see the confirmation, Tavon Coleman coming in for Kimmy on the right.
Johnson to Harrison. He was trying to play it forward, but that was cut out. Brian has great skill on the ball, does Brian. He's joined by Murray. Murray did really well there to thwart the danger. Gives up a throw in, but yeah, light matters. Throw taken quickly. Comstow. Looked to have been Johnson, but he was unable to fire on target. Used his thigh to play it forward. Antoine Gooden handled that one easily. Glenmuir, though, still looking very dangerous. Watson. Oh, great dummy that from Blackwood. White tries to spread it forward for Kyle Gordon. Gordon on the end of it. So dangerous is Gordon. Forced outside of the box. But he does get the return ball from Murray. Gordon gets by one. Was trying a cheeky flick on, but that too was cut out. Glenmuir definitely, they have the swagger about them now with just 10 minutes to go, thereabout.
They'll be feeling comfortable at this current moment against this Edwin Allen team, who haven't posed too much of a threat so far. They're looking to change that with this.
Headley does well there to thwart the danger. Plays it out to the substitute. To John Cummins. Still unsettled, but Edwin Allen finally now able to punt it forward, but to no avail. Messam there, able to play it forward. The intensity has certainly died down in this encounter. Edwin Allen a bit behind. What a strike that! It almost tested the keeper. Clayton Peck there from the left foot.
I said that he had struggled to show his influence all across this game, but he tried to do so from a long shot in this instance. That's the only time he was getting some space. He decided then was the best time to try and make an opening, force an opening that would have been really, it was just wide in the end, but it was a very good strike, a ferocious one. It's going to be another substitution. It's going to be goal scorer David Reed, who had seemed to be struggling a little bit the past couple minutes. Is going to be replaced by Javon Boyd, who has 2 goals this season, and he'll be looking to try and help see out this game. Well, not see out, maybe even add to the tally of Glenmuir.
Here's Edwin Allen. Thomas dispossessed there. Here's Cummins. Blackwood plays it back to Messam, the captain. Trying to bring that forward to Gordon, but intercepted. But now it's still with Glenmuir. Coleman back to Cummins. Going forward was Cummins. Brought down in his run.
Has looked bright Cummins since coming on. 3 goals and 3 assists so far this season. Tricky player, diminutive, always looking to do something positive when he has the ball. over on that left-hand side. It's going to be Captain Messam over this free kick. Not quite sure what his intentions are.
Well, straight to Edwin Allen, defender, but it's back with Messam. Headley. Blackwood there slipping back, a more central defensive role. Covering for Messam, who came forward, but Edwin Allen now. Thomas there unable to beat Headley. But Peck now. Still fighting for the ball. And he wins it. Peck. It's with Johnson. Johnson was trying to turn his marker, but that failed. Play goes forward now for Glenmuir. Thompson easily handling that danger, plays it out under the pressure from Orain Watson.
Glenmuir fans are expectant. The noise is coming from their end.
Yeah, they recognize what time it is. Only 4 minutes thereabout.
Much of the under 16 team that you mentioned in attendance, maybe they'll take inspiration from this performance. The control of it, the quality of it as well, both in an attacking sense and a defensive sense. And they'll use that inspiration to see if they can then win a trophy of their own.
Yeah, but yeah, the performance from Glenmuir has been very attractive to the eye. They've really looked the better team on the day. Tactically, they've definitely had the handle on their opponents, and technically the players have certainly looked superior as well. McLean tries to clear for Edwin Allen. Cummins doing well there. Getting the kick as well.
I'm sure Glenmuir would like to add another goal to their tally.
So Headley standing behind this one. Punts it forward. Unable to find Boyd, who would have been the target there. Edwin Allen boots it forward now. Here's Glenmuir again. Coleman was trying to find Cummins. Unable to do so. All the way out now to Blackwood. So, easy does it for Glenmuir. Unbothered by the mild press of Edwin Allen. One of his bothers too much. Here comes Edwin Allen. Harrison tries to play forward. Brian unable to get it first time. Blackwood trying to clear there, but not going very far.
Well claimed in the end by Gooden.
If it is to happen for Edwin Allen, they have to do it now. Cummins, though, trying to keep it in Glenmuir's favor. Wins a throw-in for them, and that will eat out some more time. The final minute of normal time. Not sure how much time will be added on by the fourth official. Here's Cummins. Almost went through straight to Coleman, who was still in an offensive position, but Edwin Allen able to clear now. Brian. Ball won there by Murray. White doing great work in the middle of the park. Blackwood. So the fourth official has indicated a minimum of 4 minutes to be added on. It's a kick for Edwin Allen.
And with 3.5 minutes left, I'm sure Coach Tafari Burton must be thinking that these are going to be the last 3.5 minutes of his team's reign as Ben Francis Cup champions.
Gooden boots it forward. Oh, great control that. Here's a SportsMax app moment brought to you by the SportsMax app. This ball played through to Kimian Wright, and he sent a delightful cross to David Reed, bringing his tally of goals to 12 this season. David Reed, the number 11, on the end of that one. That's the SportsMax app moment. Yeah, bringing Glenmuir 2 goals up in the Ben Francis Cup final. Edwin Allen trying to do something special in the final moments of this match. Brian, though, unable to keep his feet on the ground. And that pretty much sums up the day they've had, especially offensively. But Glenmuir, they still come forward. Watson on the ball, plays it further left to Cummins. He was offside. Again, great defensive work that from Messam.
Yeah, he's been superb all afternoon, really. Controlled performance from the captain. Glenmuir is making what will probably be, and most certainly be, their last change of the afternoon. It will be Jaheim Williams, their number 2, coming in. Blackwood, who did seem quite tired in those last exchanges, coming out.
Well, he'll say that he got the chance to play in a final. Jaheim Williams. Strong challenge that from Messam. Ball comes across. It's with Peck. Unable to bring it over. Goalkeeper Gooden, and Messam was there to block.
Who else but Messam with a brilliant goal line clearance in the end. to really shore up this result for Glenmuir, shore up another clean sheet for them this season. What's looking to be their 12th in 17 games. Can they add another goal though?
Here they come. Boyd. Handled well in the end by Thompson, the captain for Edwin Allen. The final whistle has blown. And there is a sea of red in Santa Cruz. Glenmuir High School. They are your 2022 Ben Francis Cup champions. 2-0 over Edwin Allen, the defending champions. Couldn't defend against Glenmuir, the better team on the day. Andrew Peart, the Manchester High alumnus, guiding Glenmuir to another schoolboy football title at the senior level. And Edwin Allen, they'd have to rebound. Not much of a rebuilding job. They are fully young. But yeah, Glenmuir, the champions of the Ben Francis Cup for 2022. Andrew Peart there, being so very classy, going over to the opposing coach, Tafari Burton, but the flag bearer is there. They are on their knees in prayer, in thanks. The captain Messam, Antoine Gooden, the goalkeeper. It's a joyous moment for them. Not much emotion being shown by Peart, but it must be immense relief. Perhaps his first senior title as a head coach. And yeah, victory at whatever level, whatever the stakes, victory is always victory. Messam, he's a relieved figure. That's the confirmation of the score. Glenmuir High School 2, Edwin Allen 0. The 2022 ISSA Ben Francis Cup trophy. Here are the full match highlights. Edwin Allen would start, the more lively of the two teams. They came forward, and that ball ricocheted to Peck, who was unable to bring it on target. Yeah, the point man, 7 goals for this season, unable. But they would continue to come forward. Glenmuir, beautiful ball across, but Johnson was unable to bring it on target, and the intentions of Glenmuir was certainly known. Edwin Allen, though, would continue to press forward. That corner kick beating Gooden and Ferron as well, who came forward. But this was the moment the game changed. David Reed got through on the defense, and Williamson in goal had to pull him down. Orain Watson moved forward in the scoring charts from 16 to 17, giving Glenmuir the lead after 19 minutes. They would continue. Kimoni Wright firing, putting the goalkeeper under all sorts of problems there, and he would do it again. This time, this one flashed across the face of goal. David Reed unable to get a crucial touch. Here would come forward the number 10, Kyle Gordon, firing, and what a save that was from Kimolar Ferron. His head was the helmet of salvation on that occasion. This is the second half now. David Reed came forward. That came to Watson. A touch too many, and he was unable to really put power on it. But that wasn't the end of scoring for Glenmuir. Kimion Wright sent across, and that was David Reed on the end of it. An assist for him and a goal on the day. A beautiful moment for David Reed, his 12th of the season. They weren't finished, and they sent this delightful ball across. Johnson was unable to bring the head on target. Yeah, holding his head in disgust, in dismay, and they would continue to press. Beautiful run this from Reed, unable to really bring it on target, and Williamson thwarting the danger in the end. Here again they would come forward through Kyle Gordon, such a skillful player, such an instrumental player. That shot on target, the follow from Johnson, was unable to bring it beyond the outstretched arm of Williamson. Here was a chance. Peck played it through over the goalkeeper, but the captain Messam stood like a rock there to parry it, to play it out. And that was the moment that Glenmuir knew they were champions. The full-time match statistics: 9 shots on target for Edwin Allen, 16 shots, 9 on target for Glenmuir. That's accuracy. 21 fouls, 11 to Edwin Allen, 3 yellow cards, 2 for Edwin Allen, 2 offsides to Glenmuir, 5 corners, 4 to Edwin Allen, 4 saves made by Williamson in goal for Edwin Allen, 1 made by Gooden. 53% of the possession to Glenmuir, 47 to Edwin Allen. But the statistic at the end that really matters: 2 goals for Glenmuir, none for Edwin Allen. Glenmuir, your champions. Gerard is with the man of the match.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dean. And I'm here with the man of the match, Kyle Gordon. The presentation being made of the trophy from Shawnake Maraja from True Shake. Thank you so much, Shawnake. And Kyle, let me have a chat with you. I know the coach had a game plan coming into this game, but what was your personal game plan? What were your objectives, other than winning, of course?
Just to go out there, motivate my team, played confident, and just win the match.
Yeah, I know this is not the DeCosta Cup, but of course it is a cup at the end of the season. How good do you feel about being able to bring silverware back to Glenmuir?
It's a wonderful feeling, wonderful feeling.
Yeah, what do you make of your performance overall today?
Excellent performance.
All right, well done to you, and congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that was Kyle Gordon there, the man of the match. Now it's time to talk to Coach Burton from Edwin Allen, and he will be joining us very, very soon. Coach Burton, not able to defend the title, but you've brought the team a long way. How would you sum up today's performance and the season on a whole?
Well, I mean, football is like that, Football is like that, 2 teams reach finals, both of them going at it. My left back was out of position for the first goal. The keeper did what he had to do. Penalties like a lottery, Could have saved, could have missed, but he scored, luckily, Second goal, they were quicker to the ball than us. So, the game is like that. In the first 15 minutes, we got about 3 half-a chances that we should have executed, but, the game is like that. Congrats to Glenmuir, you have to give them credit. They played well, and you can't take that from them. 2 teams reached finals, nobody came to lose. They did what they have to do, so congrats to them.
Hey, Coach, well, on that note, we say thank you and hard luck. We'll see you next season. Yeah. So that was Coach Tafari Burton. Now let's have a chat with Coach Andrew Peart. He's going to be joined by his team, of course. Coach Peart, you're bringing silverware back to Glenmuir, and I see that you have a full team behind you. How exceptional have these boys been along with your team?
Well, the boys are brilliant today. You see them every day, but today we choose to highlight the staff, the persons behind the scene who work 24 hours per day with the boys. Coach Dean Brown, Coach Deshaun Peck, Coach Andrew Henry, Dr. Olivia Rose, Ashley Stevens, Reese Blake. So these persons have performed tremendously throughout the season, and it's very fitting that we actually finish with something to show for it.
Well, the first Schoolboy football trophy for Andrew Peart. How does he feel about that?
Well, I'm good. Once the team is happy, once the school is happy, then I'm good.
How's the celebration going to go tonight?
We'll tell you about it next year.
All right, Coach. Well, you can go ahead and celebrate with your team. Thank you so much.
Yeah, classy move that from Andrew Peart, bringing in all the technical staff with him, and they're about to have the trophy presented to them. Glenmuir High School, your 2022 ISSA Ben Francis Cup champions. They are singing a song of triumph, a song of victory. So much noise, so much laughter, so much joy. Kyle Gordon in the thick of things. Messam there, getting ready to go forward. Yeah, what a pivotal moment it is for any schoolboy individual. So here, Shanara Mirage, Senior Digital Marketing Officer for True Shake. She stands beside Zachary Messam, and he hoists the trophy. The Ben Francis Cup goes to Glenmuir Road in Clarendon. They are your 2022 ISSA Ben Francis Cup champions. The fireworks and all speak to the moment on hand. Kyle Gordon, as he ran on the field in full play, leads the team forward. They have their run. What a moment for them. What a moment for them. They go to their own section in the stands. And the fitting music champion from DJ Bravo. What a moment for them. Perhaps they would have wanted the Costa Cup title as well, but this will certainly do for them. The Ben Francis Cup triumph for a Ben Francis Cup triumph for Glenmuir. They are your 2022 champions. A great bit of football in action from the St. Elizabeth Technical High School complex in Santa Cruz. They were the better team on the day. And yeah, fitting champions in the end. Glenmuir High School from the parish of Clarendon.
This broadcast was brought to you by Digicel, Better Together, KFC, It's Finger Licking Good, True Shake, Shake and Go with True Shake, Water, Land of Good and Water, and Connex.
Connex Services Limited has been providing optimum support in the telecommunication and networking industry since its inception in 2003. At